All right, family, it's your brother Assad.
And I'm Adrian.
And we are back again with a quick video. Day 2.
Day 2.
Full day in Johannesburg, so we can tell you what we did.
Yeah.
First of all, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. I got it done. Housekeeping is finished. Yesterday we woke up and we ate breakfast at Tasha's. And that was delicious, man. Tasha's is one of our favorite restaurants when we come here. I don't know if it's black owned or not, but Tasha always reminds me of a black name. What you think?
It is.
It is a black name.
Yeah.
Black name in the U.S. for sure.
The U.S. is a very black name.
Yeah. And it's variations of it. It's Latasha.
Right.
Natasha. Yeah. I've heard several variations of it, but I don't know who owns it. But it's good food. I'll tell you that. What else did we go? We went to Malvern. So some of you may know, some of you may not know. We own a property in Malvern. It's like I call it an apartment complex, but it's like 12 single unit, single rooms. I guess it's a multi-let, right? And then there's a little commercial space that's not in use right now on the side. So, and we got to meet with the what is caretaker.
Property caretaker.
So we every time we come here, we met with Pinky, who because we bought the property a while back, and just sat down, talk with her and her husband. She had everything laid out for us, seats ready for us to sit down, and I thought that was real Southern black of her. That's how people in the South do. They know someone's coming, they get it together so you could have a nice, comfortable seat, and we sat and we talked.
Come sit down.
Yeah, come sit down. Like, let's commune. Let's break bread with each other. So I appreciated that. So another one of those similarities that I find between Black South Africans and Black Americans in the South is that, again, that very warm and welcoming spirit or whatever have you. All right. So what did we do after we left Malvern?
After Malvern, I had to come back and go to work. I work virtually.
Right.
So I had to go to work.
Yeah. And then I met with Brother Ezekiel in the Alexandra Township. And that was very cool. Again, meeting with the great musical philosopher Sly Stone called Everyday People, right? Meeting with some everyday people. There's different sides of Johannesburg, right? And we know about the Hillbrow side, right? Yes. And we know about the Sandton side, and we know about Centurion and all of these very nice places, but they're other side, and they're great and good people everywhere. So I met with Brother Ezekiel in his township. He grew up there. That was his area. He knew a lot of people walking up to him, asking them, giving them their phone. I don't know what was going on because they were speaking. I don't know what language they were speaking. But, and people, he had his partners there and people walking up to him. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm with the OG. I'm good. I ain't worried. I'm good.
I missed that.
Yeah, it was good. Sat down. We talked about like South African history and politics and Black American history and politics, and we just built with each other, broke bread, and I got my behind out of there before it was dark. I ain't scary, but I ain't no fool, But no, it was definitely a good time. And then we came back last night and we went to Proud Mary's. Oh, yeah. We're doing a lot of eating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fat when we leave. Jesus Christ.
The food is so good.
It's just so good, man. Proud Mary's. We remember when it was being built, when it was being put together. Yeah. I think that was 19 when we came, and then in February it opened, and we went there. I think like the second night it opened. Yeah. So that's it. So this video, we want to quickly talk about some comments that we had. First one, kind of lighthearted. Somebody asked, because I said in the last video, all I brought was t-shirts and wife beaters.
I always thought that term was just ridiculous.
So oddly enough, I had done some research on where the term wife beater came, because I was writing an article for something else, and so if you want to know where the term wife beater comes from, what is a wife beater? From the comments here in South Africa, you call them vests. They're like this shirt that I have on up under here. So it's a white t-shirt, or sometimes they're white, other colors, but most of the time it's a white shirt kind of vest. A t-shirt is what we would call it, other than the wife beater. And where does the name wife beater come from? Well, there used to be, now this is one theory, and it seems to be the most popular, but there used to be a TV show called Cops in the States. And I'm sure that your guys may have seen bad boys, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when they come for you. That's the theme song from Cops, right? And so they only arrested two types of people, really, early on in like when the episodes first begin. They arrested two types of people: black people and white men who was beating their wives, right? So whenever they would go and get the white dude who was beating his wife, this is really this, and I'm not trying to just say it was the white dude, but this is kind of where the research indicated, right? It would be the very stereotypical stuff. White guy in a trailer park. He's drunk.
He's a drug addict.
And he's drunk, a drug addict, and he's beating up on his wife. And when they arrest him, he has on that vest. He has on that T-shirt, right? And they begin to call the shirt the wife beaters. So that's horrible when you think about it. It's not funny, but it's funny because it's horrible. But that is one of the main theories of how the wife beater got his name, from the TV show Cops. Again, seeing the individual arrested, and he would be going to jail handcuffed. Barbara Jean, better come get me out of here. And he got a wife beater on. So, and then I guess hip hop culture took that, and that's what it's been known. And I mean, I understand what I'm saying. When I'm saying a wife beater, like, I know the word. What the words mean, obviously, but it doesn't even ring. It doesn't even register. That I'm just talking about a T-shirt at that point. It's just like, I got some wife beaters or whatever have you. I guess we need to really address the misogyny in that term. Yeah, we need to stop it. I might start calling them vests, like my people in South Africa. But see, then a vest is something different to us. Yeah, so there's two types of vests. When I think of as a vest that you wear with a three-piece suit, like, so you have, your dress under your jacket, that's a vest, or it's bulletproof. That's all. That's the only vest I think about.
You just put on when it's a little cold outside.
Yeah.
You always said the vest never makes sense.
The vest never makes
sense. Your arms are still cold.
Right. Why you got all this like a bubble jacket vest?
Right.
Like, so just your chest cold, but your arms out. And cold weather make you ashy, bro. No. So, all right. So another comment we had, and bless her heart, was a young lady who said that.
That was very sudden of you.
What? Bless her heart. That was really Farrakhan, because those who know. But she said something to the effect, and I don't want to miscategorize her words or misrepresent her words, but she said something to the effect that she found it sad that Africans, and I guess she was referring to African Americans, are the only people who view another continent as their homeland. And she made the statement, something that Europeans don't look, or white Americans, maybe she said, don't look to Europe as their homeland. And
white people.
White people in general look to another place as their homeland. And I thought that was very interesting, a very interesting perspective. Erroneous, but interesting.
Perplexing.
Yeah, perplexing. Absolutely. So let's kind of address that. First of all, I wanted to say in 2021, Joe Biden, newly elected president of the United States, took office in January after an insurrection. But he goes to England and meets the Queen of England. Why am I starting here, Dr. Assad? Because I'm about to be Dr. Assad right now. Why are you starting there, Dr. Assad? Why Joe Biden going to the Queen of England? Because the Queen of England is strictly a figurehead. Yeah. She is not a politician. She holds no political power. She holds no economic power. She holds no sway with whatever other than being a figurehead and representing European imperialism. Let's keep that in mind. European imperialism is what she represents. And Joe Biden, the president of the United States, goes and he meets with the Queen, and they discuss world leaders. That's what he said they did. They discuss world leaders, two of them in particular. I don't know what else they discussed. And he said, she reminds me of my mom. She reminds me of, right? Why did Joe Biden go and meet with a figurehead? Why did he go and meet with a figurehead who represents European imperialism? Why? Because the United States considers itself an extension of European history. In our schools, we don't learn African history. We don't learn Asian history. We don't learn South. We learn European history. It starts with Plato, Socrates. It starts with the British East Indian Company, the British West Indian Company, and all of that stuff. Right? We learn about the 13 original colonies who were subjects of Britain. The United States considers itself, again, an extension of European history and European imperialism. Hence, little Joe Biden goes to see Major Queen in Europe. Why is this important? Because if we're going to assume the position, right, that Europeans or that white people don't go back to their homeland, maybe it's because they've already created a secondary homeland as an extension, a colony, if you will, part of the imperialism of the Great Britain and the imperialism of Europe. But that's wrong, right? I mean, it's true, but it's wrong to assume that Europeans don't number one, hold on to their culture when they're in the United States. We have St. Patrick's Day, the Italian Day Parade. Yeah. I mean, in fact, the entire overarching culture of the United States is a white European Western, that we call it? Western culture. So maybe the reason why they don't necessarily have to, if that be the case, they don't have that drive to find a homeland is because their homeland has been extended, right, beyond the borders of a continent.
To their great benefit.
To their benefit.
To their great benefit.
But let's really dig a little deeper. She said that it wasn't just white folk. She said black folk are the only folk. So Indians definitely look to India, no matter where they are in the diaspora, as their homeland.
The place of origin.
The place of origin. Chinese people. The Chinese, in terms of the United States, I can't say what's going on in other parts of the world, so I want to be clear. This is a reference to the United States. The Chinese in the United States have been there at least a century and a half, right? At least. Yet they continue to look to China as their homeland, so much so that they create China towns in cities across the United States.
Didn't we drive through one here in Johannesburg?
Say that again?
Didn't we drive through a Chinatown here in Johannesburg?
We definitely did. I don't know if they call it Chinatown, but it was everything was in Chinese or Mandarin, whatever the language may be. I'm sorry, not whatever. I don't, not to offend. I don't know the name of the language. And here's the shocker. Biblically, the children of Israel have been dispersed since the fall of the Second Temple, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a Bible scholar, but I think this is what I read, right? And that was thousands of years ago. However, in 1948, they had been fighting all of that time, striving all of that time to have what? To have the right to return to what they considered their homeland from the Bible times, right? So in 1948, they created the state of Israel, in which all Jews around the world look at the state of Israel as their homeland, no matter where they were born.
Right.
So for some reason, I think what bothered me about the statement, it really did, was she said she felt sad.
Felt sad.
And what I feel sad about is the erroneous nature of her comment. Respectfully. What I feel sad about is how off the comment actually was. But so I'm sorry I went on a tangent.
I have a lot of questions. Why would that make you feel sad? Of
I don't
all
know.
Emotions to feel.
Right.
Sad.
Right. That African people
no matter where they're born in the world,
want to connect to Africa.
would want to connect to the land of their origin.
I don't understand that. That comment, I've seen it one or two negative comments, and I usually just ignore them. I don't care.
Right.
But that comment to me was framed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it was framed in it was erroneously framed. It was mischaracterized historically,
right,
and contextualized improperly. So then it misrepresented so much. It was just inaccurate in so many ways, and it touched me because it's not about me. I don't care really what negative things
right,
people have to say, but the idea that you would feel some sort of sadness for people wanting to connect to their homeland, right?
A homeland that is yours.
That is yours. As I said before, African American people, when we were pulled from the shores of Africa, we never gave up our right to be African. We never said, "Here, let me turn in my African card and give me give me my slave card. Give me my slave card. I'm gonna try the slave thing out for a minute, right?"
It was not a choice.
It was not a choice, and that's just not for African. Well, the people in the diaspora, because all of those people in the diaspora are the descendants of slaves, right? So our Jamaican brothers and sisters, our and watch this. What about the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, the South Africans, the Kenyans whose grandmother left or whose father left and they were born in the United States? Are they wrong for looking to Africa? Should you feel sorry for them? They were born in the United States. People like that, we have friends, right? Born in the United States. Are they wrong for looking to Eritrea or Ghana or Nigeria as their homeland?
Hold into their culture.
Hold into their culture,
children,
right?
That's what they do,
right? No, that was no. Don't come with that. Now I know I've been running my mouth. You know, get on my soapbox. The second comment that I wanted to address was made by, I think he identified himself as an Indian when he said, don't. I notice you only talk about. And again, I'm paraphrasing, and I don't want to misrepresent anyone's words. So if I do, please correct me. But he said, I notice you only talk about black and white South Africans on this channel or whatever have you. Let me first be clear. I have no malice in my heart towards anyone. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that there's no rank of the black above the white above the black, the Arab above this. I wouldn't be a Muslim if I sat here and look down on another person based on their skin tone or have this type of malice in my heart. When I go make salat, I'm making salat with Arabs, with Desis, with whites and black Muslims, to be clear. But this space, right? This space is about a group of people, two groups of people who share a history that is similar, where they both have been marginalized, where they have a history of oppression, where they have a history of being mistreated, where they have a history of segregation / Jim Crow / apartheid, right?
Right.
We have this commonality. So this is a safe space for us to be able to commune with each other, right? And you are more than welcome to be here. You're more than welcome to watch the channel. I won't tell you go watch them necessarily, man. You're more than welcome to watch the channel, but understand that this is what this space is being curated for. It's being curated as a space for African Americans, South Africans, and others in the diaspora and others on the continent to be able to commune, to be able to speak, to be able to talk via the little silly videos that we put out. Right? To be able to via the silly videos that we put out. It is again, when women, marginalized groups, right? We just talked about wife beater and misogyny and all that good stuff, right? When women decide they want a space for them to be able to discuss the issues that most affect them without the, I guess you would say, watchwise of men sitting there putting in their opinion and their ideas and trying to direct conversation. Women say, no, this is a safe space for women, right? Our LGBTQ brothers and sisters create safe spaces for themselves, right? This is a safe space for African Americans, South Africans to commune with one another, again, through these little silly videos that we put out, right? And you are more than welcome to be an ally. You are more than welcome to be an ally, but you will not be a dictator. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's it.
And thank you guys so much for watching the video. And we'll let you know what we're doing for tomorrow. And like, comment, and subscribe. Anything else you got to say?
No, I think you summed it up pretty well.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry this was a little serious, but I think it's stuff that we need to talk about. All right, family, you guys have a good one.